Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Today we're going to talk about using inverse matrices to help us solve systems. So it says a system of linear equations can be written as a matrix equation. So if we have ax plus by equals e, cx plus dy equals f, we can have that coefficient matrix a, b, c, d, our variables, which is x and y, equals, and then what they're set equal to, e and f. Okay, so the way that this looks right now is it is a times x is equal to b. Okay, so when I look at this, this is a times x, so we're going to do, to find x by itself, we would say x is a inverse times b. Okay, and we learned how to do inverses a few days ago, and we'll use our calculator to help us with this. So it says first write the system of equation, find the inverse, and then multiply. It's going to be a little bit easier for y'all because you have a calculator. That's amazing. But we're first going to find our equation. So we're going to write our coefficient matrix first. You do need to show these steps when you do your work. So our coefficient matrix is going to be 7, 5, -6, 1. Then we're going to have our matrix for our variables, which in this case is just x and y, equals, and then our answers, which is -14, -25. Okay, and then we're going to use those, this formula, the A inverse times B, and we're going to find x and y. So I'm going to use my calculator. Okay, the first thing I'm going to do is put in matrix A. So arrow over to edit. Matrix A is a 2 by 2. And it is 7, 5, -6, 1. And I'm going to hit second, quit. And then I'm going to put in matrix B. So second matrix, arrow over to edit, and then make sure you go down so that you're on B. Matrix B is a 2 by 1. And these are my answers. So -14, -25. And then I'm going to hit second, quit again. Once I have these into my calculator, I can multiply them. I'm going to do second matrix, hit enter for A. Remember I went the inverse, so that's this little x with a -1. So this is the inverse matrix for A, and then second matrix, arrow down for B. When I do that, I get 3 and -7. So that is the solution to my system of equations. So here I would write 3, -7. Okay, so you do need to show me your coefficient matrix. You do need to show me your equation so I can make sure that at least that's correct. And then the rest of that you can use your calculator for. So go ahead and try it on number 2 and number 3. Yeah, number 2 and number 3. On number 2, you should have gotten -2, -1. On number 3, you should get -8, 4. I am going to do number 4 with you. It's not actually very different, but it has 3 variables instead of just 2. So I'm going to do my coefficient matrix. So 2, 1, -1, 3, 4, -2, 1, 6, -3. My variables are going to be x, y, z. And then my equations are equal to -16, -23, and negative 17. And then I'm going to use that and go back to my calculator. Okay, so I'm not going to erase this because I'm going to leave it there to help me with something in just a second. So my matrix this time, I'm going to edit, is a 3 by 3. And I'm going to fill that in 2, 1, negative 1, 3, 4, negative 2, 1, 6, negative 3. And then I'm going to hit second and quit. I'm going to go in and fill in matrix B. So second matrix, arrow over to edit, and then down to B. Now our matrix B is a 3 by 1. And this is negative 16, negative 23, and negative 17. Now, since I didn't erase this A inverse times B, I can just hit enter, and it'll give me my 3 coordinates. So negative 5, 2, 8, well, 3. My ordered triple. Okay, so my ordered triple was negative 5, positive 2, positive 8. Okay, and you can try it with these next 2 examples. So pause it and then come back and check. On number 5, you should get 1, negative 9, and negative 2. And then on number 6, you should get 4, negative 3, 3. And that's about it. So, your calculator is super helpful on these. Let me know if y'all have any questions or need any help. I hope you have a good rest of your week.